you can't even get it. Maxed Hardcore Iron Man, and we didn't even die to fire twice. Only once were we bested by fire. Charge! Balls! I teleported! What? That's small. Boom! Oh my god! What the fuck? I'm critting. That's it. Done. Let's go! Yes! That's an 80 solo. Done. Woo! Dude! Did I win? Yes! Let's freaking go, dude! That is a level 78 combat Zuck Cape completed. Very freaking go, dude. That's the record. Let's go, dude. Oh, that was so sick. Come on, that was so sick. We're going to the bone zone, baby. We ball. Do you think there's an increased drop chance if you kill him with the cores? Oh! This one's for the believers. Here we go. Yes! Oh my god! For the believers! Yes! Let's go! Eldritch Crossbow done! For the believers! Rise up! We're green! Let's go, dude. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Yes, let's go! Let's freaking go, dude! Yes! Okay, back to the G! Quick! All right, ready? 3, 2, done! Yes! Boom! It's done! We are tall and bowly, baby! Yes! We did it! We did it! We got the Sarah combo! Yes, dude! Necromancy is a brand new combat style, released into RuneScape on August 7th, 2023. You get both of these in one tickle sub. Done. Go. Done. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You can go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream. How are we doing? Thank you for the sub, Crime12 Tata, as well as Baseball Eater. But yeah, we got some new glasses. I like them. I'm not gonna lie, I prefer them to my old ones. So if other people don't like them, I think that's okay. I'm the one that has to look at myself the most. But yeah, welcome everyone. Hopefully everyone is doing well. They're also way zoomier than my old ones. So it's kind of been weird getting used to wearing them, but yeah. We'll see what happens. But yeah, with that said, welcome to the stream. It's good to be back. I will be streaming today. I'll be live tomorrow. I'll be live on Saturday, possibly Sunday as well, and Monday. So we're very back. Binoculars, yeah. The weird thing about them is they're actually stronger on one eye than the other, because my right eye is perfect and my left eye is the opposite of perfect. It's like completely bungled. I don't really know why. The optometrist asked me if I had an eye injury to my left eye, actually, to which I said, not that I know of. But, yeah, this is my first time having glasses that are very lopsided in terms of, what the prescription is. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm hoping I can get used to them. The last day and a bit, it's felt a little weird. But yeah, how much to change your Telos Golem into a different color? Does this make me a simp? Or does this mean that I'm just like simply respecting my wife? I don't know. All right, well, we got the gold one now. Ryan needs a monocle. Yeah, that's what my brother said. I told him that one of my eyes was a little messed up, and he was like, why don't you wear a monocle? That could be like your thing. And I was like, bro, I'm not wearing a monocle. We're not doing that. But yeah, good morning, everyone. So plan for today's stream is pretty simple. We are going to send our 200 kill streak, and then if we have time after that, we'll do some combat achievements too. But more or less, the thing that I want to focus on is the 200 kill streak, because I want to see if cores exist. And I think it would be so funny if we completed 200 kill streak and don't get anything. I don't know. That's going to be really funny to me. So yeah, anyway, welcome in. I hope everyone is doing well, doing good. Wait, where's my ode? Oh no. But yeah, welcome. Hopefully everyone's good. It's nice to see you all. I was going to say sorry for not streaming yesterday, but I did also specifically say that I wasn't going to stream yesterday and that I didn't. So I feel like I don't necessarily need to apologize for that. It was not in the schedule. But yeah, I think this is everything I need for a 200 kill streak, right? What could I possibly be missing? I've got Divine Charters, I've got an Ivan Blast, I've got a Grimoire. I need to buy like a bajillion Grimoire pages though. That is for sure. Hi, An Assassin, how are you doing? My stream died? I think that's on your end. Morning? Is it a pre-recorded stream? No, I always just say good morning. I don't really know why, to be honest with you. Because I do know that it's not morning. Believe it or not, I've been awake since very, very stupid hours in the morning. I was up at 4:45 today. So I have been up. Although I kind of cheated today. I wanted to make sure I had enough energy to stream, so I took a little nap. So I was in a play test of sorts from 5 to 7 in the morning. And then I went back to bed from 7:30 to 9:30. And then I got up again and did the rest of my work. And that, honestly, it kind of worked out nicely. I will say, I'm kind of excited that a masket's coming out soon, because that should mean the end of the 5 a.m. starts for me, hopefully. The one thing, though, is apparently the next week, including tomorrow, there are going to be a lot of 5 a.m.s. So there's one more big push for getting a masket perfect. and then after that, I will be able to rest. You think your viewer can read a schedule? That's true. That's a good point. But yeah, what do you guys think of the glasses? Are they okay? Are they terrible? Am I going to get bullied off the internet? I feel like I'm going to have to do something with my eyebrows because you can actually see them now. That's kind of scary. Your eyes look a bit short? What does that mean? Do I need eye lengthening surgery? Can you imagine? I get eye lengthening surgery? That would be a crazy arc. When is your masket Q&A? So it turned out super good, by the way. I'm actually really, really excited about it. So I passed on a bunch of revisions and reshoots and stuff today. It should be coming out next week. I think probably Thursday. How do I activate the translation option on the RS Wiki for items that are shown in English and German? Oh, that's a good question. I actually don't know the answer to it. Is it all looking good with the masket? Yeah, it's a really, really special boss. It's just, it's a boss that is taking a lot of, like, it's definitely a sprint, put it that way. I think it's really easy to have big ideas, and it's really, really hard to perfectly, like, execute on them with real world time constraints and things like that. So yeah, it's been cool though. You look very good. I'll take it. Your glasses are giving Jeffrey Dahmer vibes. You know, I didn't think about that. But now that you mention it, no, we're not doing that. That's crazy. Hi, Batsy. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. I hope you had a good stream. Not a fan of solid glasses general, but can't notice so much on stream. Yeah. The goal was get something that's subtle, because my old glasses were blue, and I grew to kind of hate them. So Yeah, we mix it up. So what Ryan's saying is Emasculated is not ready to be released. That is correct. Like, it will be ready to be released when it's, you know, we're getting there. But yeah, that is correct. Emasculated is presently not ready to be released. But yeah, welcome. How we doing, everyone? Haven't played it in a long time. How good is Magic nowadays? Chat, how good is Magic right now? I think for a lot of people, it's the GOAT style. Oops, I missed a prayer flick. Yeah, to me, I wouldn't necessarily call it the GOAT style, but it's my favorite style by a long shot right now. Oh no, I didn't bring my Coroming swap. Oops. Wait, but I'm known for being really, really smart. And smart people don't make mistakes, and that's clearly a mistake. How are we gonna reconcile that, chat? But yeah, welcome in, friends. Hopefully everybody's good. I just omnied the arm. I'm so dumb, dude. I mean, at least it died kind of quick, I guess. But yeah, so the goal here is they basically giga buffed the drop rate for frozen cores. So I am here to find out if they exist. And I want you to know, if I do a 200 kill streak and don't get a core, after they've gone and been like, well, fewer commons, but cores exist, I'm going to be very sad. I saw someone posted a 200 kill streak on Reddit from since the changes, and they did have a core. So, if nothing else, that bodes kind of well. Thanks, Ryan. I'm doing okay. That is reasonable. Magic on top as it should be. I feel like it is a real thing that, like, a lot of people like Magic in RuneScape. I think it's kind of a thematic thing, where it's like, Magic feels like a style that should be really sick. Waiting for your Magic DPS guide? Yeah, it is the next video I'm working on, so I actually have some time carved out tomorrow to work on it. So that bodes well. All right, we're at 129. Keep it moving. Think you should consider holding off or releasing it for 3 weeks until it's ready? Can't even get a single answer to my question. Nice community, XD. Well, what if we don't know the answer to your question? What if I read your question, I didn't know the answer to it? I'm sorry. Hi, RS Legos. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Congrats on completing Mirage Phase in a group of 2. I don't have Coroming, dude. Oh my god, I'm actually deficient. Oh my heavens. Oh, we're in trouble, chat. How do you avoid the lightning walls at Carapac? So what I like to do is just use defensives. If you debilitate and reflect, you can get hit by like 20 walls and you won't die. And then once you do that, I would just try to surge or dive to kind of get through them. That would be my most recommended method. Doing damages for slackers anyway? Yeah, a little bit. You haven't used your Fasoa since you bought it? Now is a good time to get into Magic. It's really, really strong right now. Oh, do you avoid the lightning walls at Careback? So the best way to avoid them, and I'm about to give you the most RuneScape 3 PVM answer ever, and I do apologize if this is annoying, but this is actually what people do to avoid the walls. If you do enough damage, you just don't see the mechanic. You just skip them. That's sort of the established way of dealing with it. Oh, this kind of sucks. So I'm gonna sun directly into... Oh no, just kidding. Haha. It's a good mechanic. All right, cool. Bro, why are you so bad at RuneScape? Like me? I don't know. I'm sorry. I apologize. You have it activated in my wiki. What, to see the game in German? But I don't speak German. What do you mean? I don't know that I would. Hi, Lunar Spite. What's good? What did they nerf? Like, enough things that you should probably just read the news post. They buffed some things too. But so far, I'm feeling the nerf more than the buff. That's for sure. There we go. All right. This guy's a legend? Nah, ain't no way. Oh god, I didn't kill the arm. Help. Okay, I've now killed the arm. Okay, we're fine. I am currently not cooking, but that's okay. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The trick to getting a good 200 kill streak at Glacier is slow and steady wins the race. You know, we don't need the world record. We just need to get the thing. Honestly, I would kind of like the world record though too. If we could swing it, that'd be kind of sick. I've done 2 whole wildy events since the changes and haven't had a core. Oh, that's crazy. I'm about to get a core right here, is what I would have said. Dude, this is not going great, but that's okay. $20 kills like 400 mil. Yeah, that's really not great, actually. 2 mil a kill for like RuneScape's ultimate test of consistency is not ideal. I'm grabbing my chroming. Is it worth doing AFK 0 to 1 mech anymore? I would say no. Yeah, to me, I think that method is kind of dead. We need a Badoodle. Yeah, I just don't want to waste it yet. The other thing too that I said is like, I'm hoping for 2 cores, you know? I don't even, like 1 core won't even pay for my Grim pages, you know? Maybe the solution is to save money. Everyone should just use Necromancy with Equilibrium. And then you don't need to worry about the costs. I'm like partially kidding, but I'm partially not kidding. But alas. Yeah, and as soon as we're done this 200 kill streak, I'm either doing a Nuzlocke this weekend or we're gonna continue working on Combat Grandmaster. Those are kind of the 2 options for this weekend. I haven't decided exactly which one of those 2 things I want to do, but either way, that is our kind of rough plan. Just in case you were wondering. Maybe you weren't wondering. But yeah, I will be around a lot this weekend, which is good. Because I've been streaming a little bit less. It's been crazy busy with a Masket in particular. We're kind of in sprint mode to make sure the boss is the best it possibly can be. It's one of those things where it's like a puzzle where you need to kind of fit pieces together. And I genuinely think that a Masket will be the best boss in RuneScape. But that is contingent on on cooking enough. Just making sure that yeah. We're in the home stretch. Can I give you an idea how hard the boss will be? I can't right now, but yes, I did in the video that's coming out on the RuneScape channel next, probably Thursday. Also, I don't say that to be annoying. I'm like genuinely legally not allowed to tell you anything about the boss until that video comes out. If I could, I would just tell you everything about it right now. I'd spend the whole stream talking about it, but I am not allowed to. And we take NDAs very seriously here at the RS Guy Productions. Thank you very much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Nobody look at that Magma Tempest. I either do no food killer or I spam eat my whole invent. You know, that's a more common thing than you would think. I think it actually happens a lot because at a lot of bosses, it's almost like a flow rate where you're constantly gaining HP from Soul Split and constantly losing HP from mechanics and the damage you take. So what happens a lot of the time is, like, in this 200 kill streak, I will no food almost every kill, and then at a certain enrage, I'll start using all my food. That's just like how it's gonna work. What if we cover your court costs and gifted subs? The way that it's written in my contract, none of us could well, okay, maybe some of us could, but I don't. Penguin! I don't think most of us would be open to covering those costs. They'd be very high. Yeah, the way that it's set up, basically, if I break my NDA, I could be liable for bankrupting the whole family. It's not good. We gotta be very careful. On my products, we talk about NDAs, and I never end up signing anything. I think that's a classic games industry thing, is a lot of the time it's like, yeah, we're going to NDA everyone, and then you realize the logistics of getting NDAs done are really, really hard. That is something that's gotten a lot better at Jagex, where there are a ton of creators who are on, like, more or less persistent NDAs, and it's really nice, because it basically enables... If, like, Jagex wants feedback from creators on things, it's a really nice way to have people that you can just immediately speak to about things. But yeah, that definitely never used to be a thing. Like, in my era of, like, helping out with stuff back in the day, like, as a creator, oh my goodness. It was like this huge process. And then when you got an NDA, you'd be like, guys, I got an NDA. This is so cool. Like, I'm so cool. I have an NDA. And now it's just like the most standard procedure in the universe. Oh. Also, I feel like my game sounds are really, really quiet. I think I'm going to change that if I can. If he breaks the NDA, they break his legs. I honestly think broken legs would be better. But yeah, all that to say, we will not be breaking any NDAs, unfortunately. Just know that I'm excited. That's all we gotta know. Take the L for the stream, it's worth it. I think I'm good. I do appreciate the offer, though. I do. I will say this as well. I'm glad that people have lots of questions about a mascot. Like, that's perfect. That's what we want. Band-Aids is based, and we should strive to do as much as possible. Oh, very nice. See, I didn't consider that, but with your useful insight, maybe that's the way forward for us, chat. What if you do a Tom Holland? That's so funny. Him like leaking like half of his own movies just because he forgets. I honestly strive to not be a stressed out enough like to be a chilled out enough individual that I could even do that. You know what I mean? You need to be so chill to not even think about that stuff. Any cores? Nope. On to the next. Can you tell us if the boss is enjoyable? Yes, it was. I can tell you that. You're out of calc pouches? What, are you like an Iron Man or something? Okay. But yeah, how's everyone doing? I missed you guys yesterday. Oh my god, we played volleyball last night. And it was literally, as a team, the worst we've ever played. One of the teams we were up against was missing 2 players. So they were 2 players instead of 4. And our team had an extra player because one of our friends joined as well. So we actually lent this team a player. So it was 4 versus 3 just for the fun of it. And then we almost lost. It was not good. Like, it was just not good. It was absolute throwing hours. But that's okay. One thing I will tell you guys is Mod Ramen is absolutely hilarious. And he keeps bringing up Kelphite King. Like, at least... I'll just give you... just today, I think he brought up Kelphite King 4 separate times. At least 4 separate times. It was like, oh, what should we do here? Oh, maybe this is where Kelphite King will come out. I'm actually in misery, bro. Like, you guys don't understand. Like, you guys cooked me relentlessly about it for like a week. But it's everyone, right? It's the Discord, it's the community, it's Reddit, it's the JMods, it's everybody. I like this song. Dude, I was watching Volney doing an Arch Glacier 2-hour kill streak. Bro was full range mage hybriding on normal prayers with a clipped soul. And it looked so fun. But it also looked like such a steer. Like, it was genuinely some of the most precarious PVM I'd ever seen in my life. Am I working for Jagex again? No. So basically, here's the Jagex situation. And I did mention in that video that, like, I'm open to helping them with stuff, but not as a Jagex moderator, as a creator. So what happened after that video is I chopped my hours a bunch so that I have way more time to be a creator, because that's my priority. But I left the... Did I win? Nope. I left the door open to helping them with content or with creator things if they want that, but with a lot of kind of clear boundaries. So one, I'm not a Jagex moderator, so anything I'm doing for them, it's as a creator. So I basically rescinded my title and I help them out. It kind of fluctuates depending on what's needed, but in general, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday mornings. So I'm a part-timer. I'm a part-time creator helper. So yes, I'm still like, I'm involved. I've been helping out a lot with the basket. I help them out with things when they ask, because ultimately my goal has never changed, which is that I want RuneScape to be the biggest and the best game it possibly can be. So, yeah. I still work with them, but I do not work for them, if that makes sense. I know it's like, it's not the biggest distinction, but it's a meaningful distinction. I get that, fair play. Yeah. Oh, there's a tune.
That must have caused some damage. Run, World Guardian.
Oh no, it's not the original. The original, this is a 21 Pilots song. Okay, it still might be good though. There's still a possibility that it bangs, chat. It could still bang. Oh yeah, speaking of, I added some more emotes. They're not incredible, but I just thought you guys might want to be able to bang and blast instead of just blasting or banging. I just felt like you guys might want both, you know? My gift to you. Oh, sorry, Kilsa. I missed your message. I saw it disappear right as it disappeared. I will check that in a moment. I'm a max main on old school. How do I try to get a RuneScape 3? So you got two options. You could like make an account and see what happens and ask lots of questions. Or, oops, I signed. I'm the worst. Or if you don't want to do that, what you could do is you could also wait for leagues. Because like RuneScape 3 leagues are going to be super sick. That'd be a good option as well. But yeah, my best advice would be like, just make sure you're asking lots of questions. Join a community. It's definitely similar to old school. It is a game that is very involved. There's a lot of game to this game, so it is like extremely normal and reasonable to be a little overwhelmed, to have a lot of questions. Oh, thank you, Kilsey. Dropping it in again. Have you realized after all your game on the hardcore group content that you missed out on some fun endgame shenanigans? On my main? Yeah, definitely. Like, I think without the, like, I loved the group Iron Man, but without the group Iron Man, I would have done Grandmaster way earlier, and I think it would have been really, really fun. But it's still going to be really fun now. It's not like it's less exciting now because it's a little later, so. Yeah, I'm not mad about the way that we ended up doing things, but yeah, definitely there's been some fun stuff that I didn't have a chance to do just because group Iron Man is a big group commitment, you know? All right, kill the boss. Did I win? That's not a core. All right, let me life refresh. RC's getting leagues? Yes. Come on, still have fun in leagues even if they don't try to get to the league championship? I think so. I don't know. To me, leagues is like the ultimate casual, activity, you know? Like, you can grind it 20 hours a day and blast the task, but you can also casually play it and enjoy the fast progression. That's how I feel about it anyway. All right. Very nice. Also, sorry, give me a second. Sorry, my Slack was going off, and I do not like that. But I'm trying to focus on the kill streak. We don't want that. All right, we're good. If I do leagues, I'm just gonna keep it simple, stupid the whole time. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a big aspect of like theory crafting that's fun because there's a lot of decision making, right? But yeah, I think because it's RuneScape's first leagues, my like biggest priority is just gonna be having as much fun as humanly possible. I'm so excited for leagues, man. It's gonna be perfect. Cinema. Is the music volume always this lower? Did Pup Stream just nuke my hearing? I can check. I'm not gonna lie, this is usually where it is. I think Pup just nuked your hearing. Do leagues involve questing? Based on old school, I think so, right? They do questing in old school leagues. Yeah, just add that to the class action. I actually do think it might have been Pup stream. To be fair, his music is ungodly levels of loud.
These glacites protect their master to the death.
I also know that's kind of the whole vibe he's going for. But yeah. In old school leagues, a lot of quests are auto-completed. Yeah, that'd be cool if some quests are auto-completed here. we haven't heard anything about leagues, right? We don't know if it's like what the format's gonna be, how it's gonna be put together. We know nothing. So in OSS, you auto-complete most of the quests. See, that I like the sound of. Wow, I'm getting back-to-back arms? That's crazy. I mean, I guess I'm at 1500 in rage. I think our enrage jumps have been really, really high this streak. Like, I think we're going to end up at like 2500. But that's fine, I guess. Double wand reset. Triple wand reset, quadruple wand reset, easy game. Holy, love that.
The exposed core is certain death. I suggest a quick exit.
Not doing leagues if you've got to do every quest. Yeah, that. I mean, RS3 also has more quests than old school, so I would hope that we wouldn't have to do every quest. That would be a little bad. You still can't Wander Orb outside of Sunshine. Technically, Wander Orb is only better for Spec and for Bleeds, but... Oh my god, dude, we're doing not so well on loot. Let's keep it going. Any future pieces of content you'd want to help on versus getting a fresh experience with this player base? Okay, so I think for me and for my stream, which is like my #1 priority, obviously, in my content creation, I know I'm definitely taking a hit helping with stuff. But right now, it feels, and this is sort of where I'm at with this. Right now, I'm in a position where I feel like I'm actually providing a ton of value and I'm making the game better. And I think part of this too is if you're looking at this content creation wise, the best thing that I could do to grow, and this sounds crazy, but this is sort of part of it, right? Is for the game to grow. Because at this point, people know who I am for the most part. People have made their decision on if they like my content or not. Growing the game is also really, really beneficial, right? I'd call it like very symbiotic. Because not only is it good for the players, it's good for the community, but as a content creator, the more people that play the game, the more people there are to support content creators. And that's really important too. So I think for me, what it comes down to is as long as I feel like I have the ability to make a positive impact, I'm willing to kind of take that short-term hit in order to help out with the creator space or in order to help out with the content that's coming out. But if you ask me right now, and I'll be giga honest about this, I really miss playing content on launches. Like, a Masket is going to be so special, and I'm excited to be casting the World First Race, but there's nothing like logging on with my friends and getting to play it on stream in front of all you. Like, it's that's my favorite thing ever. So yeah, I don't know when it's gonna be. I think for these ones it makes sense, but I think it might be in 2025. I'm guessing more likely in 2026. There is stuff that like at that point, if the creator space is in a better spot and the game is growing, there's a world where I can kind of sunset myself and just go back to streaming full time, right? Because ultimately that's what I've always, like, I love working in the games industry. Don't get me wrong. It's been a really cool experience for me. I've learned a lot, but ultimately I left my dream job, which was being a full-time creator, to do that for the long-term health of the creator space. And because I felt like I could help out. So yeah, at some point, I think if I get to the point where I feel like my work here is done and I've contributed as well as I can in the best ways that I can, or maybe I'm not as needed because maybe a lot of the documentation I've written or a lot of the best practices I put into play are things that can work without me actually having to be there. That would be my dream. Would be somewhere in 2026. Going back to full-time content creation, but like actually full-time. Being able to play every release. Not knowing anything. And then, ideally, the space is in a good enough spot to support that. Like, to me, if I can take a step back in 2026, that will feel like mission accomplished. That will likely mean that I did the things that I set out to do. So, yeah, anyway, interesting answer. Maybe that's a little too honest, but maybe there's some truth serum in my Coke Zero. But, yeah, that's the truth. Are there any viewers that don't play RuneScape? I get a lot of viewers that used to play RuneScape. I'd bet like a third to half of the people here in chat don't actually actively play right now, but used to. Is solo a mascot doable? I will clarify that next week. Oh my god, a double drop is crazy. Woo. But alas. All right, let's go. Doing RC while I'm watching, but I've got to say I only started back after watching your stream. Oh, thank you. Welcome back.
Good strike.
Be nice to have you back for launches, especially with the new content and everything coming with that. Yep. I'd be giga up for that. But yeah, as always, right? We'll have to see what happens. That's my current feeling. My current feeling is like I feel like I'm stretched a little more thin than I would want to be. But that's life, right? I also need to remind myself too that like I chose this, and I knew it was going to be crazy for a few years when I made the decision to do that, and there's some reaping and sowing happening, right? Every decision you make in life is going to have positives and negatives, and this has led to a lot of positives too for me. Like the fact that I crossed my 1-year anniversary working in the games industry as someone that didn't go to school for any kind of game design or any kind of anything. Like, I think that's really freaking cool. And I'm very proud of that. And yeah, so yeah, positives and negatives, right? I forgot to tsunami. Oops. How are the droppers? I'm not gonna lie, I am pretty convinced that this drop rate buff is a hoax. I don't know that cores exist. You came back and got a comp cape? Congrats. I've never had a comp cape. Do you know that? That's a piece of RS guy lore. There was a period of time where I almost got a comp cape. I was like on the precipice of a comp cape. And then what happened is, I realized that if I got it, I was like something like 20 hours away from a comp cape on my main. And then I realized I was probably, like, once I had it, I wasn't enjoying any of the achievements, and I felt like I would have to be committing the rest of my life to doing completionism things, because everybody knows once you get a comp cape, you don't usually like let it lapse. You just no matter what comes out, you got to play it to keep your comp. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't want that. So I stopped like right before getting a comp cape. Thank you so much, Mox, coming in with the raid. How was your stream? Did you win? Did you get your GM Solak?
You can't attack it while the smaller ones are nearby. Focus your efforts on the smaller ones.
Kill the minions.
You did not? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no.
Yes, you're hurting it.
Nice glasses. Thank you. Yeah, they're new. And I'm not used to them. And I can't see very well on them actually, which is apparently a normal thing. I haven't been a glasses user for too long, so I don't really know how it works. We just realized we could actually use a fair bit of things you learned studying psychology and game design. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of that in terms of helping design things that feel good. But yeah, anyway, it's been cool. I plan to tackle a mask at least one of each combat style to see what fares best. You mean on launch? I think by the time I am playing a Masket, I would expect the metas will be pretty well figured out. I have ideas right now of what style I think is going to be most useful. But if I tell you, I'm gonna have to kill you. A Masket comes out on your one year wedding anniversary. Ooh, congrats on that. That's a big. I just celebrated mine with my wife a little bit ago. Wow, I'm old as hell. Anyway. Yeah, look out for the video next week. I did some it's such a funny premise for a video, by the way. So basically the AMA coming out next week on the RuneScape channel is basically I've been playtesting a Masket for the last month and a half. So I'm like familiar with stuff. So I thought it'd be fun to record an AMA where people would ask questions and I would answer them, right? The only problem is if I say too much, I know it's gonna get redacted in post-production. So the setup is really, really funny. But I think I did a pretty good job of being right on the line of what's allowed to say and what isn't. So there's a lot of good info in the video. Some of you guys asked perfect questions for it too. Like someone asked, hey Ryan, what kind of combat achievements would you want to do, maybe, to prepare for the Masket boss fight? And I was like, that is a perfect question. Because that's not me saying how hard the boss is, specifically. It's just, yeah, you maybe want to look at this one. Anyway, you guys absolutely cooked with some of the questions you asked. Like, I was very impressed. There was a question that was like, is it more similar to Virago and Telos or more similar to Solak and Angel of Death? And I was like, yeah, this is perfect. Y'all gave me enough to cook with.
Reacts to its attacks accordingly.
That must have caused some damage.
Did I stall my Fasoa? I did. This is so sad. When's it coming out? I think it's next Thursday. Is the camera supposed to be moving? No, so my camera mount is just not the best, and I had to move my camera a bunch, and I honestly think it's on its last legs. Like, I think my camera is mere moments from coming crashing down, and I do apologize for that. The good news is the fine people at Elgato have sent me a new camera mounting solution. So I'm hoping in the next week or two, randomly in the middle of one of my streams, my door is going to open and a massive box is going to show up, and then we can open it up and we will no longer have to deal with a camera that is wobbling under the weight of my teleprompter.
Destroy the arms. It's the only way to escape the core.
I thought I was head tracking. Yeah, some people have said they think I've got like some crazy fancy head tracker. Nope.
That must have caused some
I just have a terrible mount. Did I win? Dude, I'm a little worried about cores not existing, team. The camera falls on Pippin. Yeah, Pippin is not here right this second, but he's been an absolute menace. He doesn't like change. So when I had the big backdrop set up in my room, he's literally spent the last 2 days just attacking me. He's been biting me. He's been just the worst. He has not been a good cat. My question for you guys in the chat, though, is how many cores do you think I'm going to get in this 200 kill streak? What do we think? Should I make it a prediction, maybe? Everyone's spamming 0. Dude, if I do a 200 kill streak with 0 after they, like, doubled the drop rate of the cores, I am genuinely going to have a crash out. And not like a little crash out either. Because that's the whole thing about the drop rate changes, right?
ready your defenses, World Guardian.
The whole thing is like, as long as uniques are common enough to offset your costs, we're chilling. But I could lose money during this streak just on Grim Charge. Like, I'm being so dead ass. And I'm not going to be a happy camper if that happens. I'm just putting it out there. I'm putting it into the world. This is a bad sign, but I just used resonance instead of divert. Does that mean I'm washed, or does that mean the boss is getting a little harder? What do you guys think? I think probably more washed. How am I going to be able to take on a Masket? I can barely take on the Arch Icicle. Hi, Cupard. Thank you so much for the 44 months. I appreciate it. Core update is still on the shelf with the double jazz page drop. Oh, I have some news on the double jazz page drop. I believe it is known and it is being fixed. I don't know when it's being fixed. I'm also merely a conduit. So if it takes a bit, please don't yell at me. Double Omni? Oh, yeah. Oh, give me that. Look at the damage. We're cooking now. Dude, I love Ivan blasting so much. That's got to be the most fun ability in the game.
Good strike.
Has the JMod team been able to kill a Masket? That is a question that I cannot answer right now. Both because I don't want to get in trouble, but also because, in part, like, a lot of the time, you're in a focused playtest. So, like, one morning, you could roll up and it would be like, all right, the plan is to focus on phase 1. And you might repeatedly work on phase 1. You know? Is the JMod team good at PVM? Yes. Very good at PVM, actually. I told this story, but like, obviously the playtesting group, it's a varied group of individuals of different levels of PVM experience, but in one of the reasons I'm going for Grandmaster is one of the playtesting groups, Daiwid, had people in it that were so cracked that I joined the call, and I was asked, "Hey Ryan, how did you do your Raksha Grandmaster timer?" And it was 2 people talking about how they did it on their accounts. And I was like, "Oh man, okay, let's go get Grandmaster." Big Pup, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. How are you doing today? Did you get your record? How much did Pup pay you for info? You know what I actually appreciate? No one in my, like, no one who I'm, like, friends with or have rapport with or anything has asked me for any, like, leaks about a mascot. One, I think they know that I would never, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I also think, like, I would find it kind of trashy if someone was like, "All right, Ryan, on the down low, like, give me a mascot leaks." Like, I would lose so much respect for any individual that did that. I'm not gonna lie. It would be a... Oh my goodness, what is that? Mr. Skeletal. That's so large. I didn't get it. I had some close kills. Oh, very cool. Maybe different broadcast word first announcement, like how it was for Sammy. I can't tell you right now, unfortunately.
Prepare for a barrage.
Although I can say it appears there's going to be really good and cool high scores related things. But yeah, I can't tell you specifics about, like, any of that at this point. Yeah, that's such a large message. Is that a new Twitch feature? That's kind of cool. I mean, I like the color scheme. Guys, we're learning about Twitch.
Get out of there.
It was bits? Holy moly, well, thank you for the bits. Will it be floor loot or chest loot? I can't tell you, but I can tell you that it will be answered in the video next week. I'm so sorry. I just don't want to get in trouble. I'm sorry, chat. Confused looks normal to me. Really? So for me, the message was like gigantified. But yeah, if you're coming over from Pup Stream, we're sending a 200 kill streak because now that cores have had their drop rate buffed, obviously we're going to get cores, right? Because it would be kind of silly if the whole point of the big nerf and the whole cope was that cores were more common, and then I proceeded to not, like, get a core, right? That would be kind of insane.
Ready your defenses.
You didn't like that.
Nothing to be sorry about. Everyone should know you can't answer this. Yeah, I know. I mean, if nothing else, at least it's validating that I picked good questions to answer, because almost everything that's been asked is answered in the video coming out, so that's good at least. But yeah, no, I just feel badly because, like, I want to answer everyone's questions.
Focus your efforts on the smaller ones.
A flurry of attacks incoming.
Finish him! Bang!
Not bad.
Ooh, I got a Reaper done, and I got nothing. Dude, okay, so we're at 140 kills, 300 mil. Ooh, it's worse than before by a lot. See if our leaks also take away from the enjoyment, finding actual stuff on the day and the players. Yeah, I know. I know. It's one of those things, though, where, like, if people really want the rewards, right? It's like, I know how video game competitions work. I guarantee you there will be people who are trying to cheat. I guarantee you. That's just like how it's gonna be. But do I know if any progress has been made on Sponge and Ryan's grouping system project? I know that there won't be any changes to the grouping system before a mask yet. Because I believe it was a Game Jam project. 300 mil is normal in RS3 these days. Yeah, so RS3 GP is worth like 8 times less than old school GP, something like that. But yeah, for what I'm currently doing, 300 mil is low, I would say. That's okay though. Like before Monday,
Focus your efforts on the smaller ones.
the value of what I'm currently doing would have been probably 500 by now. But it's like, it's all good. I'm not complaining. I hope cores exist, you know? Because the kind of other side of the coin for a lot of these nerfs was that unique drops got giga buffed. Which I actually think, like, in a lot of instances is actually a good change. Like, on average, needing to spend more time grinding. It also has a doubly good effect on the economy, because a lot of players go to a place to grind out a unique drop. So if they get the unique drop, 30% fewer kills, that's also fewer commons that are coming into the game from every time they miss a roll on the unique drop.
It's switching up its attacks. Good strike.
It's 1 to 6.5-ish. Damn, so wait, RS3 GP is actually going up in value. I'm kind of shocked by that, because wasn't it like 1 to 14 a bit ago? I thought it used to be like crazy out of whack. Does anyone who like lives in that part of the RuneScape underworld have any wisdom to impart?
It uses energy from the glaciates to shield itself.
What's happened? The GE tax is working? Nah, that's not possible. It couldn't be that. Old school has a lot of bots? Okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
Good strike.
Do you know the difference in stat piece to Careback? Yes, we do. They're, what, 13% more common? Which is actually very significant. It means a full staff, instead of being like a 1 in 450, it's a 1 in like 380, I think? It's better.
Ready your defenses, World Guardian. Use this brief
Did I win? Where are the cores? Where are the other uniques? Oh boy. We might be in trouble, chat. When they revealed the PVM hub, there was a party group area with dummies. There was a pet showcase. The other side never was released. Yeah, that was shelved. Like, I don't even think it was shelved. I think what was revealed was a work in progress. And then it ended up not happening. Yeah, it was over this bridge. There was going to be, I thought it was like a trophy case. Like a Hall of Heroes where you could showcase your like boss pets and stuff. Yeah, I remember that. I hope they go back to needing to pick up loot off the floor. Auto going in chest not satisfying when you get a drop. Barely be on with 4. So, I think tier listing it. I would love to see a show of hands in the chat, actually. But
React to its attacks.
I think the chest with glowy animation is cool. But to me, honestly, I don't think it's cooler than seeing the drop on the floor
Strike.
and picking it up and seeing a big loot beam. Like, one that I always think of is like, It is so satisfying getting a seismic wand at Virago and picking it up off the ground and saying, that's mine, that's going in my invent. Seeing the big beam. Seeing Raziel drop his pants, you know, and you just see the pants on the floor.
Dodge that.
I mean, look, you know what I mean. I'm also okay with a loot chest though. Like I'm not gonna be mad about a loot chest. If there's like, as long as there's like an animation that plays over your character, if you get a unique, like that's cool too. The thing that I really don't like is the Gate of freaking Elidness, man.
Shield itself.
The fact that it spoils your drops before you get a drop is like, it's absolutely egregious.
It didn't like that.
I don't like it.
Yes, you're hurting it.
That's it.
Imagine that loot floating in the air with sparkles around it, kind of like the Halloween scythe pit or something. I mean, I think what RuneScape 3 should do for the looting experience is, I honestly think they should borrow from Old School. I think Old School's done a really good job with their loot experience, where like some of the uniques, like it comes out of a chest and then it like floats around and it does like a whole thing. Like that's sick. Give me that. What kind of spec we got here? Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. Did bro just use the word sunder? In the year 2025. Sunder. That's crazy, bro. Ain't nobody need you talking like that.
It didn't like that.
Give me a whole cutscene, a whole loot cutscene. See, here's the thing about that. To me, a boss that could have had a full looting cutscene, the only one in the game that would make sense with a looting cutscene is Zuck. Because the boss fight is elongated enough that you're not spending half of your time in a loot cutscene. But yeah, to me, if you get a sword piece at Zuck, having an animation where he like comes down and you jump him and you grab his sword. Like, you grab a third of his sword? I don't know. Rago kind of is that. Yeah, Rago is that. Rago is that. Did I win? Bro, there's no way I just defeated the single hardest boss in RuneScape history at the hardest difficulty level to get 300 water runes. Get already as a cutscene, but they skipped the part. Yep. That one is also known, and I hope it gets changed / fixed, because I genuinely would do Gate. I would literally do the Gate of Elidness if that existed. Also, first hour is done. We go again. I mean, I don't know how much of a gamer I am, but if I can, I kind of want to see if we could do the whole 200 kill streak today. That might be a tall order, but I'm ready to be last, you know? We got work to do, man. How far along are we? 140 something? So 10.5k gate pet walk by on my world. Some people are definitely enjoying the boss. How many cores in the chest? How many do you think are in the chest? 0. Dude, I was at 299 mil like 4 kills ago, and we're still at 299 mil. We are crawling to the finish line, bro. You grab his sword and finish him off with it? Okay, are we just not doing phrasing anymore? What? We need to do phrasing. Can we please bring phrasing back? That's absolutely unacceptable. Yeah, 10,500 gate kills is nuts. That might not even be the gate of validness. You may have found the goat of validness. That's nuts. I didn't pull the boss. Any course at the start of the kill streak? Not a single one. Do you see now why I'm a little nervous?
Brace yourself. A powerful blow.
Like, it's not going well, right? Yeah, 0. I do think, like, maybe I'm getting very unlucky, but I also think, is it crazy to say that maybe a 50% increase in core drop chance, or 54, whatever it is, maybe it's not enough. Like, to me, the ideal for Glacier would be, like, if you have a chance of... Like, ideally, I feel like people who are streaking, like, 0 to 1k should feel like they have a decent chance of getting something. But for that to be real, a 200 kill streak, we gotta get 8 cores. All right? No. Honestly, it has been a genuine dream since Glacier came out to get a 2-core chest. To me, that's sort of where the bar resides. 1 core is like, okay, that just feels normal. 2 is like, okay, there's something going on there behind the scenes. You know, there's something to help me out a bit. Chat, bad news. I had to use a defensive ability. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. But also... it just means we're in battle, you know? I think it's crazy how much damage you can do these days. It's actually kind of like... I'm doing, what, how many millions of damage am I doing right now? Like, I think I'm doing like 600k DPM with all the mechanics. That just feels like a lot, you know? I'm not complaining. I'm just putting it out there. Like, I feel like I'm kind of cooking.
It didn't like that. React to its attacks accordingly.
Unethical defensive abilities, yeah. I'm also using Disruption Shield. Like, I'm really pulling out all the stops right now. I think I get this. Yeah, see, idiot. Did I win? Nope. On to the next. You've crossed 300 mil at least. Maybe they should add that if you complete a full 200 kills, you can be guaranteed a core. No. So, I actually do like the idea of guaranteed drops at streak bosses. What I would do is, I think if you get to 4k at like Telos or Zami or Glacier, like, I think it'd be cool if you got a guaranteed unique on that kill, on your title kill. I like that. It just kind of creates a big special moment. Holy moly. Did I just receive a raid from the absolute goat of RuneScape content creators, Justice? What an absolute legend. How was your stream? I hope it went super well. I saw you were working on your magic damage output. How did that go? Are you pumping yet? Are you doing all the damage? Nah, really, really cool to see you back. Oh, shit. Oh, God. I deselected my spell. I almost died there. Like, I'm being very genuine. I got nervous, all right? Justice was in the chat, and I panicked. It's not every day. Give bosses a job that help humanity. What careers did you give them?
No point attacking.
Ooh, Archgrace would be great for making snow cones. To help humanity. Nah, I'm sending Big Bro to the polar ice caps. I'm saying, what I need you to do is I need you to offset the Industrial Revolution. That's what snow cones?
React to
How did he rate them prior? Wait, sorry. Legos, what was the question? Did I miss part of the question? I think I missed part of the question. I'm sorry. I'm bad at reading.
That must have caused some damage.
No way near. Lots of de-resting to do. Nice. Yeah, a little bit of a different game now, eh? It's kind of nuts too. What I have found in the last few years, everyone has gotten so unbelievably cracked at this game that, like, the level of PVMer that currently exists is so far above and beyond. It's actually, like, hard to make content that is hard for people to complete because the top players are so good. It's like, okay, so you're outputting 800k damage a minute. Yup. And you can heal 100,000 damage a minute from Soul Split. Yup. And you can mitigate hundreds of thousands of damage whenever you need to. It's like, damn, dude. How do we...
This might just work.
Everybody's cooking.
Good strike. Focus your efforts on the smaller ones.
Kill the Glaciers first.
What are those colorful things next to Excalibur doing event?
Dominions are dead and the shield is
Basically what happened is there was a new update to Croesus. So the Croesus boss now has a solo mode that anyone can do, and it gives you access to a new unique drop that is around my Grasping Rune pouch. It's called the Runite Snake. And what the Runite Snake does is it gives you a 5% chance of... It's kind of good for, like, people that are, like, into gambling a bit. It gives you a 5% chance of saving a rune, but a 4% chance of costing double runes.
good strike.
So what you do is when you get the snake, you have to tame the snake, and then once the snake is tamed, you can attach it to a rune pouch.
It didn't like that.
So I currently have 3 grasping snaked rune pouches. That's what the S is for. Beato, good question. Is it really everyone, or is it the top 5%? Oh, it's the top, like, 1%. Yeah.
Close proximity to its core.
Yeah, when I say everyone in the context of top players, I mean all of the top players, whatever percent that is. The amount you let your health drop stresses me out. Nah, we're cooking. Bang. Did I win? Dude, every time I think, oh, that's where the core should be. Nope. On to the next. No, I'm actually completely kidding. It's just a Grasping Rune pouch. They had their icon redone. Very controversially. Because people, my preference would be if you could recolor the random vine around it, it would look a lot better. I really wanted him to sign while he was spewing lies. Yeah, but that would discourage me from lying in the future. Why would anybody want that? Where does solo AOD rank in terms of difficulty of bossing? Solo AOD is a really fun one because the loot actually scales really nicely. So if you're soloing Angel of Death, you have a 1 in 36 of Appraisal Codex, and you can probably, once you're kind of proficient at it, you're probably getting 5 or 6 kills an hour? Easily? Probably, honestly, more. If you talk to, like, the people that do it for a living, I'm sure they get more than that. But yeah, it's actually solid. In terms of difficulty, having recently done both,
Like that.
it's probably easy. No. Okay. It's probably a similar difficulty to solo Beastmaster. But it's not like, it's honestly not insane, especially with Necromancy and Equilibrium Aura. I also did it with Magic, but I know it's way easier with Necromancy. Yeah, like, it'll be hard if you're kind of a more casual PVMer, but if you're like you've got the elite combat achievements done, you could absolutely learn how to solo Angel of Death. Also known as the Prophet Pigeon. Real eyes, real eyes, real lies.
Good strike.
What? Like, I don't know if that's kind of a bar or if I hate it. What do you mean?
A powerful blow.
Good strike.
I'd say solo BM is much easier than AOD. Yeah, I think, like, I've done a lot of both of them, and I find them in, like, a similar bucket of difficulty, but I've also,
Kill the minions.
I've done both of them a lot, and I've done a lot of them in, like, different eras, too, that were, like, a little more challenging, so I'm probably not a perfect frame of reference. Duo AOD I really love. I think the Angel of Death fight in current power creep is perfectly suited as a duo boss. Like, genuinely. I think it's perfect as a duo boss. Because the thing about it is this, right? As a solo boss, like, yeah, there are some kind of janky moments. You got 4 minions and the bird is blasting you, and it's like, this is not very fun. But in a duo, like, it's pretty clean. You can deal with the pools pretty safely. Like, you don't need to do anything too crazy. It's good.
Good strike.
Prophet Pigeon, you're at 400 kills and you have no drops except for books. Damn, game is telling you to get reading. That's deeply unfortuitous. Wait, chat, I think we can prepare the combo. Okay, Anti, Guzzle. Did I win? With Reprisal! I got 137 pages. Maybe the game's sending me a message too. Maybe we should both read. Feel like solo BM has the skill check of can you run in a circle? Yeah, honestly, if you go with Magic and a Staff of Light, solo BM is not that bad. You're right. Solo AOD at least has some parts where it's like, okay, you want to do some damage here, or you're going to have a bad time. Yep, I agree. I'm with you. Maybe I'm saying this when it goes about 1,500 times. I've never gotten water reads before. No, so basically, the Arch Glacier got a bunch of its drops reworked this past Monday. So now, yeah, it has a different drop table. So the Frozen Core drop rate went up by like over 50%. Allegedly, but a 50% boost on 0 is still 0. And then the other thing that happened as well is Spiritweed Seeds got replaced with Water Runes, I think, and then something else on the drop table, maybe one of the salvages, I can't remember what it was, got replaced with Cannonballs. Basically, the loot got nerfed, but the uniques got made better.
Not bad.
Can solo BM kind of be cheese with surges? Yeah, so, okay, the way I hear people talking about it they make it sound like if you just run around the room, the pets won't spawn, and you'll have the easiest kill ever. My experience is it's actually a lot harder than that, and people like to talk about how easy it is, but I didn't find it easy at all. Because basically how it works is you have to not get auto-attacked, melee hit by Beastmaster a single time the whole fight. And if you get hit a single time, then the pet spawns. I believe is how it works. So, to me, if you're just a runner at a track star, by all means do it that way. To me, I think it's way, way easier just to like... do the mechanics of the boss fight. Clear the pets. Run knowing you can take a melee hit or two, but... yeah, that's just me. So Iron Man the drop buff is pretty unlikable. Doesn't mean it's nice. See, it's interesting too, because... like, to me, for a lot of bosses, Glacier probably isn't one of them, but for a lot of bosses, on my Iron Man, if you offered me more uniques and fewer commons, I would generally be in favor of that, like, overall. But, yeah, Glacier used to have really, really Iron Man-friendly commons specifically, right? Glacier used to be the Iron Man's dream. And now, I mean, to be fair, I'll take a look and see what I get from this 200 kill streak. Like, maybe I'll actually get, like, a good amount of supplies. Like, I'm hoping I get a lot of Crush Nests. It's obviously... it used to be, like, 60,000, right? That's never happening again. But maybe it'll be, like, a good amount. I'd be cool with a good amount. Maybe it'll still be, like, 5,000 or 8,000 or something, you know? Where at least you can do a streak and then you're upkept for a while. Dude, 3 minutes 10 at like 1700 in rage is yoked. Did I win? Brother! It's so rough, dude. This drop has no value. This drop has no value. This drop has no value. Like 5 of the drops on the table have no value. Kill time is good though. Having tried the cheese method, it sucks. Yeah, dude. People talk about it. Like, people were like, Ryan, why aren't you just doing the cheese method? I'm like, what? Because it's way harder, to me anyway. If you go to Reinvest, sure you get noticed to have some status. With that said, would you ever want to be an A-list celebrity? I kind of like where I'm currently at, to be honest with you. I know that's kind of a cop-out answer, but I love talking to RuneScape players and being recognized occasionally when I'm out and about where I live. And obviously going to RuneFest, it's a really fun experience for my wife and I, because it's like, yeah, it's a little crazier for a weekend. And that's a really fun, unique experience that I definitely enjoy in smaller doses. But something I really like is I like being able to talk to people in the community and actually sit down and chat and speak and everything else. And I think, like, if I was 10 times bigger than I am right now or whatever, throw a random number, 100 times bigger than I am now, I just feel like I would lose the ability to actually have any kind of genuine connection with my audience. And that's one of the things I really like about being a content creator. So, yeah, good question. But, nah, it's not something I think about often either, but
Faster attacks incoming.
I like where I'm currently at. Because at least, like, at this stage, right? If I get recognized or whatever else, it's always like a nice thing or a welcome thing or a chance to talk to someone new and, you know, take a picture or whatever else it may be. But it's very, like, it's very nice. I think if it got to the point where I felt like I didn't have a privacy, which I'm not anywhere close to that. But yeah, I don't think I would like that. My Beastmaster solo method is the easiest. Wait for power creep to make it AFKable. True. That's an idea.
It didn't like that.
I'm cooking. I think the base rates of water runes and cannonballs need to be increased. Yeah, I have said this before, but I have lost I've lost water runes on this 200 kill streak. Like, just by using the magic combat style, I have gained negative water runes, and that feels bad.
Your attacks will not land while the glacites are present.
Kill the minions first.
Back when I used to play, I got Glacier book on your 3rd kill ever? Congrats. I can't even get one of them. I feel like minions are about to spawn, and they're gonna piss me off. Oh, just kidding, it wasn't minions. Maybe this will be a frosty cannon. Frost cannon would be ideal here.
It didn't like that.
Nope, we lost. It's okay. I just said, not just run away from you. It's diagonal surges. You kind of eat 8 dance him. Yeah, so you just rubber band him into oblivion, right? I think I've seen it before. It just... Oh! Did you see how close to the line I was there? Holy smokes, that was close.
You must avoid the Archglacial's core. Break through its limbs if you must.
You can pay for the difference with cannonballs? What if I can't, though?
The best approach.
Yeah, at least cluers exist. I wouldn't want to live in a world without cluers, paying an absolutely exorbitant amount of money for things like cannonballs.
Prepare for a barrage.
Any cores? Nope. Is Armador worth doing as a mid-level player? So, this is kind of an unfortunate RuneScape thing, and this definitely shouldn't be the case. I would never recommend bossing as a moneymaker to a mid-level player. Because anything that you can, like, painstakingly kill and put a lot of effort into, some endgame player is AFKing on 12 accounts at once. And the drops have no value because of it. It's actually so bad. I wish the game wasn't like that, but you will likely do a lot better either with a skilling method or with a processing method where you're taking an ingredient that someone needs or that someone doesn't need and processing it into something that someone does need. You're likely to do better with a method like that. So if you want to make some money, you absolutely can go to Kriara, but I don't know that you're going to make like bank. Hi, Druin. How are you doing? My TF on top finished that after 300 drive streak. Ooh, congratulations. Pet off log at 709 is sick too. I'm like not even mad at you. I'm just happy for you. We found them. We found a person that didn't have a terrible time at Raziel. You just need 50 mil. Okay, so if you just need 50 mil, to be honest, you could probably make that
It's changing its attack pattern.
with whatever is interesting to you. So it kind of sounds like you're interested in going to Kriara. You should hit up Kriara. It'll be perfect. Ooh. Oh, what a recovery! I was trying to change the song, so my hand was on my stream deck.
First strike.
Can't believe we're at 1700 enraged. I'm still just ripping it on maniacal. That's kind of sick.
Their master to the death.
And the shield is down.
Good strike.
You have 3 items and 136? Don't worry, you're gonna end up taking 3,000 kills for log. It's always the ones that start out well and go, hey, I've started out pretty well,
Get away from the heart.
that end up going on the literal worst try streaks in human history. I'm sorry, I don't mean that to curse you in any way either. It's just like it's an inevitability. It's a well-known fact.
It will regrow.
Oh, I need to re-smoke cloud. There you go. Nice.
React to its attacks accordingly.
This has been the smoothest 200 kill streak I've ever done. I've got to say that so far. Like, we're cruising. Hey, Ryan Chat, what are your camping Tier 9 dual wield is viable for endgame bosses? Or is so needed? You definitely can. I would recommend. I'm making a magic DPS guide. It's recording this weekend at some point, and I'm gonna do it at either 2 or 3 different levels. I think the first level is gonna be like a 50 mil setup, Elder Wand, Orb, Greater Concentrated Blast, and then my mid-tier setup is gonna be basically just the early setup, but with tier 95 Wand and Orb. You can absolutely cook with that setup. It's good enough. Oh, the boss almost dead. Dude, look at the kill time. 310 at 1,700 rage is kind of gross. When do arms start scaling? They start scaling at 2,503%. And I know that sounds like a fake made up number, but that is the actual number they start scaling. So I've actually had such big enrage jumps in this streak that I actually might have to deal with extra HP arms. 310 Magic Arch Glacier at that enrage is yoked, right? Magic is so sick right now. It's just such a fun style. Like that's partially why I want to do some Grandmaster achievements. Like I actually think I could probably mage camp some of them just by cooking the way I know how. Also, we're on Kurt's Westline. Nice. Oh, this is a terrible sunshine. I don't know what happened. I just didn't crit. Is my Grimoire off? No, it's on.
Good strike.
Oh, wheel. One more core at 1500 KC for log. Ooh, that's a high kill count. Oh, shoot. I almost just rotted there. Oh my god. I was looking at Twitch chat. That's not my fault. I want an allowance. I want an allowance? Your Honor, I was looking at Twitch chat. Okay, well...
Kill the minions first.
This would happen to me immediately after being like, yeah, this is like one of the best 200 kill streaks I've had. It's going so smooth. Immediately signs to a random auto attack.
Good strike.
In my defense, I was trying to read Twitch chat, and that's reasonable, I think. Can you do the GM Blackstone Dragon type with magic? Oh, I totally think you could, yeah. I did mine with melee, because melee is disgusting. Like, it is so entirely free with melee, it's not even funny. Like, it's so free, in fact, that I didn't use a single ultimate ability on any of the 4 arms, like the pillars. And I still got the kill time with like 10 seconds to spare. Alright, team. Monk ass, we don't have a sign? This could be the end of the streak. Either that, or I have ice in my veins. And I'm not talking about the ice from the Glacier, when I get blasted by a pillar of ice and then I die. That's a different kind of ice. You know? Ooh, a little back to back. Okay. Alright. I see you. Calvite King blood in my veins? No. There's no blood in my veins, period. Because the green just kind of, you know? Got rid of it all. Yeah, no, we're so relaxed. My heart rate monitor isn't on, but just pretend it says 50. That's how dialed in I am right now. Am I gonna play my hardcore no longer? Expedition might plan to see what I'm gonna be doing with the hardcore. The short answer is yes, but it's gonna be after a mascot. I want to become a Grandmaster first. It kind of is a better order to do it anyway, because becoming a Grandmaster is going to make it so that I'm good enough to more safely complete all the master tasks on my hardcore. Oh my god, this is a slower kill. Look at this. I would, to be fair, I don't have a sign, so I'm being a bit of a wimp.
It's that giant beam.
Brace yourself.
Not that much of a wimp, though. I'm still down to go a little blasting in. All right, good news, guys. I didn't die. Did I win? Nope. All right, if anyone's playing the RS Guy Life Refresh drinking game, just want to make sure you're updated. That is a drink. Sorry, I'm thinking of drinking games because the next locked in episode is the it's the Susathon, the Croesus marathon we did, and it's genuinely so bad that I had to make a note that was like everything from hour 3 to 8 we might need to like blur a lot of things. How's the chest looking? I'm not sure how comfortable I am being flirted with during my Twitch stream. Thank you very much. Am I going to be cooperating with any content creators during leagues? I hope so. I honestly, I haven't figured out my plan for leagues. There's kind of, the way that leagues works, if anyone's like an old school frog, what you get is you get like a pre-leagues, like everyone's theory crafting arc based on the info that is preemptively given about the league. So I feel like everybody starts there. And then after that, you kind of make your plan and figure out what you're doing. But no, the Archgrace chest is actually looking terrible. I'm not gonna lie. It is really bad. I would say like a pittance.
The air grows colder yet.
Think a look at the doors check is in order? I don't think there's gonna be anything in there. I'm excited. Yeah, it's good content. It's good content, Legos. So far, we're looking at another over an hour-long video. It's also got your whole Telos arc as well. It's got Pup's Gricko arc. It's got the Fasoa arc. There's a lot in it. Pup's arc. Also, if you're wondering why I use Magma Tempest a lot, Magma is a very, very slept-on ability. Fun Magma Tempest fact. If you let all of the hits hit, it actually does, I believe, more damage than Wild Magic. But it's a basic. I was kind of surprised that it's like the least used ability in the history of the game, according to the data stream. I was like, what do you mean ain't nobody using Magma? It's so good.
It's that giant beam.
Why don't you use a Calgarian Demon over an Ice Nihil at Raziel?
Good strike.
When you have a 100% hit chance, the Ice Nihil is doing nothing for you. So whatever you get to 100%, you should swap to a different familiar, would be my advice. Wait, do you guys think Big Bertha's gonna bleed out here? I think, yeah, see you, idiot. Thanks, Wanspec. Did I win? No, dude, I just want cores of the chest. We have reached 150 kills. After this hour, I'll check with the luck ring too. Didn't realize until the other day that sun buffs magma. Yeah, because it's not a bleed, it's a dot. And there's a difference between those two things. For some reason. Who told you to help them merch Magma Tempest? I just think y'all are like, man, Ryan, I don't know how to deal damage. And then you're not using Magma Tempest every 4 seconds. And it's like, you know? No, Nihilus. Nope. Is a Glacier streak worth it? Or is Glacier still worth it? I feel like you're asking me this at a bad time. Like, you know that crazy scale that like just erratically, I think it's like a heartbeat chart. And it's like, it's over, we are so back. It's over, we are so back. That chart. Right now we're in one of those it's so over little pitfalls. We're in the valley, all right? The mountain is coming. But we're still, you know, we're in one of the valleys. So right now I would have to say resoundingly no. But
These Glaciers protect their master to the death.
if you subscribe to the multiverse theory, the RS guy in like Earth 2, maybe they did better. I don't know. Maybe they're a better streamer, actually. I think that's a more interesting discussion. It's not a damage over time. Oh yeah, it's just an ability, but it just can't crit. It's for the magic equilibrium build, obviously, that like a ton of people know about and do all the time. Let me tell you, I am the biggest magic equilibrium user. I just only ever do it off stream though, you know, because I don't want people to find out about the tech. I thought we were on Earth too. I'm definitely not on or from Earth 2. Not because Magma's got so many hits for poison. No, it's just because Magma does a crap ton of damage. Especially when you stack it with the Roar of Awakening stacks. Because the way that these stacks work is they give you increased damage and it's flat. And flat damage means low hitting things get buffed the most, right? Because like, if it boosts every attack by 200, right? On a wild magic, you're gaining almost nothing from that. But on something that hits 8 times, like right now, that's hitting 8,000 damage. It's hitting 1,078 8 different times. And that's how you go from like a meh ability to absolutely goated.
Yes, you're hurting it. A powerful blow.
It didn't like that.
Just make your combust at 90 times and we're good. I'm not gonna lie, I really liked that video. Was IDPS's breakdown of how I defrauded the IRS. I mean, sorry, that was one of mine. How I killed PVM boss very fast. That's what I meant to say. And yeah, even for me, I was a little confused by some bits of it. Like there were some interactions that I didn't even know about. I don't know if that makes me washed or if that just makes the video super cool, but either way.
Your attacks will not land while the Glaciers are present.
Kill the minions first.
A powerful blow. A powerful blow.
It's changing its attack pattern.
All right, did I win? Dude, surely we get something, right? I'm starting to cope. It's not going well. As someone that just returned that video made no sense but looked cool, yeah, I mean, that's reasonable though. Do people still use ABS? Not really. I think a few people do. And I don't wish to judge or besmirch the good name of those individuals, but IBAN is the way. Yeah, I mean, there are certain points where ABS actually can be good. It's just
Smash your way out.
like I think most people want to bring one EOF with them, right? You don't want to pack the whole arsenal of EOFs. It's too much. If you're just bringing one, Iban is better.
A powerful blow. That must have caused some damage. A powerful blow.
I mean, Iban Blast is significantly stronger than Wild Magic. It's, you know, she's a good ability.
Run, World Guardian.
You're telling me I made an ABS for nothing? If you made one recently, yeah. I mean, if you made one in a previous meta, then no, I would assume that you used it for a significant period of time.
It didn't like that.
That certainly hurt it.
It didn't like that. It didn't like that.
1 in 30 your current streak in a rage drop. Seems like you're gonna hit the 200 kill streak before the core. Don't say that. I am actually gonna be so upset if I committed this amount of time on my main account to testing out the new drop rates, and what I find out is that cores still don't exist. That would be, I will say this though, that would be the funniest outcome. I think I got minions coming up.
Your attack
Yeah, ABS pre-nerf is cool. No, for sure.
first.
Kill the minions first.
Its invulnerability is over. Attack.
Dude, that's the first back-to-back minions on the streak.
From the smaller ones.
Its defenses are up. Focus on the smaller one.
You sound like one of those people on Reddit that thinks the game is bugged when they don't have drop on rate. I mean, here's the thing, right? I am both a math understander
Good strike.
and someone that like I'm basically trying to figure out if, in my opinion, these drop nerfs have fixed the core problem at Glacier, which is that cores are way too rare. That's all we're doing right now. That's what we're trying to figure out. But yeah, if I end up sending a 200 kill streak, even with bad luck or whatever, and I don't get a single core, I would make the argument that cores are probably still too rare. You got a Dark Onyx core yesterday? Let's go. That's massive. Big for the account. But yeah, anyway. It hasn't happened yet. We still have 2 cores in the chest waiting for me. They're coming in hot.
It's that giant beam.
Did I win? Oh no! No. All right, guys. I got some bad news on the Glacier. Wait. Tell me these aren't both more common than... No, they're not. Wait. Are these... No, are they both more rare than a core? No. Surely not. Oh, man. All right. Well, let's check with a luck ring, I guess. They're more common still. Okay, got it. Oof. We have no reroll core either. Unlucky. Go again. Is that 4 errors? I have 2 errors so far. Should get 3.6 uniques and 1.03 cores. So I should get over 1 core per streak. That'd be good. I would take over 1 core per streak. I really would. I'd be good with that. Oh no. Should I do a views check on the death? How bad did I do? 18K. Okay, it's tapered off a little bit. That's good. Not bad for the 7th most viewed clip in RuneScape 3 history. All right. Has anyone ever rerolled into a core? I think you can. Do I not have any Nihilus? I do not have a single Nihilus, but that's okay. Yeah, we're doing well.
React to its attacks accordingly.
If nothing else, though, I am at least happy with like how the kills are going. The kills are going super well. That's got to be worth something, you know? Starting at 500 might be the meta. 50% higher core chance. Is it really? That's interesting. So here's the thing that I don't think has been captured by any of the people doing drop rate calcs for Glacier, is we do know that there are drop rate caps, right? We know that. So I actually would be kind of surprised if starting higher is actually better. Because you're just going to get slower kills. And your drop rate's capped anyway. So I actually don't know if I believe you. Do we know where the drop rate cap is? Yeah. It's right before 4K. That was one that I went and grabbed my first week at Jagex. People were asking, and I was like, can we share this? And I was told that I can't share the exact number because they don't want people to be able to calculate future drop rates, but that it's very close to 4K. And now I don't even know the exact number because I forgot. Pretty cool. Yeah, no, but that's a kill streak of 1, Josh. A kill streak of 1 at almost 4K is where the drop rate is, or where it caps. So if it caps at the same point on a streak, by kill like 80 of a 200 kill streak, you're already capped even if you start at 0. And I'm pretty sure that's the case. I remember one of the interviews I did with Mod Shogun, I was at like 100 and something kills, and he told me I was already capped. So that obviously like has a huge impact too, right?
Ready your defenses. Yes, you're hurting it.
What are we talking about? We're talking about the Arch Glacier drop rates. Yeah, so that's why I was a little scared that even if it gets buffed, what if the cap didn't change? Because if the cap didn't change, the buff doesn't really matter. So that's sort of what I'm a little scared of. Also, there's a cat biting me presently.
The shield is falling. Attack.
I'm gonna have to deport him in a minute.
That's hurting. Yes, you're hurting it.
Good strike.
Did he win? No back-to-back for me. Unlucky. Okay, buddy. All right, I'm luring the cat. Give me a second. Oh. Some big tech would be to sun in the middle. Yeah, I should be doing that, but then I'm gonna greed the beams and then I'm gonna die. I've done like 10 200 kill streaks with the same strat, so I feel like if I change them now, it could just go awry. But yeah, no, I saw Volney doing that and it was very smart. Yeah, that's what I meant when I said I had ice in my veins. Oh no. No, no, no. At least every time I send him away, he gets treats. Like, he kind of gets rewarded for biting me. That's part of the problem. Because I feel bad sending him away and not at least giving him a treat. But I do know that I'm actively conditioning him to be a worse cat because of it.
That's it.
Because in his little cat brain, he's probably thinking, okay, so every couple hours if I barge into Ryan's room and bite him in the leg, I get a treat. Ooh, I'm getting cooked a bit. All right.
Faster attacks are incoming. Good strike.
Okay, nice. When you start trying to greet your son during beams is when you're asking to lose streaks. Like, here's the thing, right?
Like that.
I have successfully completed my last, I think, 10 200 kill streaks in a row.
Good strike.
Like, I'm kind of on a tear, you know? I don't know that I feel like I need to rock the boat.
It's summoning reinforcements.
The wiki doesn't take into account the cap. So the wiki... Are we back? Whoo! Okay, saved. Yeah, I think it was an issue on Twitch servers end, interestingly. Which is a bit of a weird one. It always makes me sad when we have tech issues, because I know a number of people are going to not realize that the stream is back, but it is what it is. To those who survived, if y'all could like spam refresh or something, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah, we clutched. We're good. I lived. Definitely Twitch side because even the ad went out. Yeah, no. You can tell it's Twitch side because my game didn't disconnect. So it's like, yep. Although my mute... No way. I lost my music. Oh, that's actually tragic. That is deeply, deeply tragic. I don't know that I love that. No, I know you could hear it. The problem is that I can't hear it. Okay, let me think. There's got to be a solution to this. There's got to be a solution. Okay, let me think. Yeah, it's an OBS thing. OBS has a thing where if it disconnects from Twitch servers, you, yeah. Audio delayed. Just refresh. That should be fine, I think. Re-add the source. I don't think that'll fix it. Give me a second. All right, let me cook. You did 100% Glacier yesterday on your way to the throne? Take it. Yeah, let me see here. Let me see what I can cook up. Yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah, so I used voice meter banana, and part of the problem is that voice meter completely breaks. So the connection between my two computers stops. So yeah, let me see if I can get it working again. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Okay, close the game. This might make it like 1,000 times worse, by the way. Close voice meter. Okay. Reopen voice meter. And then reopen voice meter again. Pause champ. Okay, so that doesn't work. Yeah, it's very weird because yeah, even when I restart voice meter, it just completely breaks. So it doesn't let me transmit audio between my two computers, which is kind of annoying. It also means I don't know if I'll get alerts. If I don't get alerts, I'll restart my stream. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, I can't even hear alerts. Okay, that's no good. Okay. I'm gonna restart my stream. I'll be back. I'll probably send another notification to Discord. I'll be back in like